Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. 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 All right.
A diamond, furs, and a picture of Emmett. That shouldn't be too hard.
What's up, everybody? This is Zaki. I'm Zaki. Super French Big Z and Ubisoft and Love Frenzy on PlayStation 5. Creator of Jelly Radio, more podcasts on websites like We're getting back into Back to the Future. Big shout out to Michael J. Fox, who is sleeping right now. Michael J. Fox, big shout out to you, the Michael J. Fox Foundation. Happy 39th anniversary, 39th birthday to Back to the Future. I'm very excited. I'm going to do my best to see the musical. You're doing the worldwide tour. I want to see the musical. Very excited. I've already seen all 3 movies. I'm watching them with my wife again. We love those movies. Right now, this is the game, episode 4. Marty is in quite a predicament, and as always, he's trying his best to rejoin Jennifer, who is asleep in a different dimension or something. So let's go ahead and keep going. Let's see where we're at. Let's go ahead and let's talk to Trixie about setting a no. Let's talk to Trixie. Let's go ahead and do that. As I was doing this for mental health,
Trixie?
emotional support, and music therapy.
I'll do it! I'll make that blue-nosed bitty eat her heart out!
That's great. I got it all planned out. When Emmett shows
But
up...
we gotta do it my way.
Huh?
I'm no good with improvising, and I ain't gonna memorize no lines. But I was in this play once. The Parlor-Maid's Predicament. I figure I could lift a scene from that.
Okay.
Only, I need a few props.
Why am I not surprised?
Some furs, a big diamond. It doesn't have to be real, understand?
That makes it easier.
And something from this friend of yours, Emmett. Has he got a photo album?
I don't know. Probably.
Better bring it to me.
Furs, a diamond, and Emmett's photo album. And then?
Sit back and watch the fur fly.
All right, using quantum mechanics, I found something very peculiar about the DeLorean. I will tell you that in a second once I get to the DeLorean. You'll be very interested to see what I just noticed. It appears that, as you know, it's really interesting.
Good. You're back. Give me the
And
full report.
when I saw that,
She says she likes you because you've got a virtuous
was
mind,
really
you look good in a suit,
intrigued.
and you're
I will
completely
show you what I
faithful to
just
her.
Damn, she's got me dead to rights. Well, you'll just have to find a way to change her mind. I'll be here if you need any help. Do you need any help?
So as you can see, things have gotten really racist lately and trying to bring them back to normal. So essentially what we're doing here is the acronym for the DeLorean is DMC, which is like Run DMC, the rap group. And essentially what we
Figured
need
out what's
to
wrong
do
with the time circuits?
is make sure that
Not
we,
sure.
as
Possibly.
we're
It seems
really
to me to be a
essentially
simple
going back to the
wiring,
future.
but
We're
I'm
going back in the
double-checking to make
past,
sure.
and we're
All the
making
basic
sure
equipment appears
that
to
we
be
do not have
functional.
another
Any chance I could borrow the
if
DeLorean? I
scenario.
want to drop
We
in
do
on
not have
young you
another
at the lab.
alternate
Well,
universe where
I
the
don't
world
know.
will be
The
pretty
time
much destroyed
circuits.
if
Listen,
there's another
I promise
universe
I
with
won't take
Trump
it to
wins
88.
again.
Even so, I'm
So
worried
just
about
like
letting it out
that,
of my sight while it's
we
still
go
behaving
inside
unpredictably.
a DMC,
Tell you what,
Run
I'll take
DMC
it
like
on a
the
test
DeLorean,
drive 1 minute
and we
into
make
the
sure
past.
that
If it passes the
Biden
test, I'll
Harris,
let you
Gavin
borrow it.
Newsom, Democrat wins the election. If a Democrat does not win the elections, all you have to do is go to Back to the Future 2 and see how destroyed the world was
It worked,
and how dangerous it was.
didn't it?
I'm
So,
afraid not. In fact, the
If next time you
discrepancy
watch
appears
Back to the
be getting
Future,
worse. I
just
arrived
think
6
about the
hours ago.
DMC, as in
Oh,
Run DMC, the
too
rap
bad.
group from
I didn't want to risk undoing any of the
hip-hop.
work you've done thus far, so I kept
Quantum
out of
Mechanics.
sight. But the time lag wasn't entirely a waste. I stopped by the hardware store and bought the parts for a chronometric analyzer,
A what?
a diagnostic device. See, I plug it into the time circuits and set them to cycle. When the green light goes off, I should have the data I'll need to understand the scope of the problem.
Hey, no driving the exhibits off the lot!
Looks like you'll have to find another set of wheels if you want to get to the lab.
Any idea what your teenage self is doing right now?
Unless I miss my guess, he's in the garage frantically working on his latest invention and cursing because he can't quite get it to work. Damn!
So, what do we do about Edna?
Only one thing we can do. Lie. Make me out to be a less desirable catch than I really am.
Why would she believe me? She said she knows you inside and out.
Then you'll have to resort to skullduggery. You've done it before. You gotta be getting good at it by now.
Yeah, I guess I am.
Water is important.
Any idea what your teenage self is doing right now?
Unless I miss my guess, he's in the garage frantically working on his latest invention and cursing because he can't quite get it to work. Damn!
I think I'm starting to get a plan.
Good. Tell me. No, don't! After all, it's my history we're talking about. If I learn how you're planning on altering it, my resolve may weaken.
Alright, let's go somewhere else next.
Ahem.
Back again, Mr. Callahan? What can I help you with?
Well, I was thinking. Rather hard for me to picture Emmett as a chick magnet.
When he's properly pomaded and decked out in my grandfather's white suit, Emmett just glows. Makes my heart flutter a bit just to picture him.
You say you know Emmett is a model citizen, but you don't know him as well as I do. Did you know he once cheated some Libyans out of plutonium?
Plutonium? What would Libyans want with plutonium? I'm sure he had a very good reason. Emmett's mind map demonstrates conclusively his brain is oriented toward virtue.
That's all the questions I got.
Very well, then.
Still looking.
Yeah?
When does the expo
Not till
open?
tonight. Anybody without official business here, please get off the grounds!
Hey, buddy.
Oh, good. He's back.
What kind of stuff have they got you hauling here?
How the heck would I know? Electro this, robo that, dynamo the other. It's all Greek to me.
Stay out of trouble, cue ball.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Nice rock. But I can't reach it.
The century looks bright for our fair metropolis. Jump with us 50 years into the future for a peek at Hill Valley circa 1981, courtesy of Hal's Hardware and the collective imagination of mankind. Could this be our venerable town square? Yes, indeed. Though the form looks strange and new, the function remains the same as ever. But where are all the people? Why, they're underground. A network of burrows extends a mile into the earth, giving future Hill Valley's 10 million citizens plenty of space to work, play, and raise their families.
My future wouldn't be built so shoddily.
Hi, Miss Strickland. I was just...
Break what you like, Mr. Callahan. It's no skin off my nose. Just keep away from Emmett's booth. Speaking of whom, I'd better go see what's keeping him.
I'll go check on him for you. I was just heading there anyway.
No, you weren't. The last thing he needs is another distraction at the 11th hour.
But...
Tut tut. Not another word. I've got the rest of the day all mapped out.
Miss Strickland!
I'm sorry, I don't recognize you. Heavens, you shaved off your hair, but... Carl Sagan?
I'd like a word with you, if I may.
I'm not sure it would be seemly for me to be seen in the company of an alleged arsonist.
I think it may be in your best interest. You see, I know what you're up to.
Let's go somewhere where we can talk privately.
Go. I'll keep her occupied till you get back.
Alright, we have the skateboard.
I found a set of wheels.
Good. Then you can visit my younger self. He could use a good talking to right about now. I'll keep her occupied till you get back.
Now that I've got my bitchin' train/skateboard, I don't need the DeLorean to get around town.
Alright guys, from my fans, I just checked out the red stream of Cyberpunk 2077 about the new special immersive audio which is available for the PC. Be sure to check that out.
Agricultural advances will make it a breeze to feed our burgeoning population. Tired of waiting for Mother Nature to do her job? Just press a button. Presto! An artificial rainstorm drenches the valley's thirsty crops.
Back in '86, I could just skateboard from Doc's lab to the high school.
And after the rain, what else? An artificial rainbow, reassuring all the good people of Hill Valley that their needs are taken care of, and life is sweet. Agricultural advances will make it a breeze to feed our residents' population to venture forth into the fresh air, occasionally nature to do another excursion than a pleasure ride in this elevated super train of an artificial rainstorm drenches the valley's thirsty crops.
Just borrowing it.
Pleasant dreams, Hill Valley. And the Expo would like to remind you that you can find everything you need to transform your dreams into reality at Hal's Hardware. Hal's Hardware, serving our fair city since 1895.
Hi, Trix.
Oh, hiya, kiddo. Say, wouldn't it be easiest if I just march up to that Strickland dame and give her a smack in the puss?
Well, it would be fun to watch, but it wouldn't get her to break up with my friend Emmett.
Oh, right. You got all the props I asked for? The furs and the diamond? And your friend's photo album?
Not all of them yet, but I'm working on it.
Good. I'm itching to give Miss High and Mighty an eyeful.
Hi, Trix.
Oh, hiya, kiddo. Say, wouldn't it be easiest if I just march up to that Strickland dame and give her a smack in the puss?
Well, it would be fun to watch, but it wouldn't get her to break up with my friend Emmett.
Oh, right. You got all the props I asked for? The furs and the diamond? And your friend's photo album?
Not all of them yet, but I'm working on it.
Good. I'm itching to give Miss High and Mighty an eyeful.
It's not as nice as my truck back in '86. Jeez, I hope I still have a truck back in '86.
Alright, there's that truck right here. We need to find a vehicle.
Hang on, Emmett. Hope you're ready for a big breakup.
There we go.
Emmett?
Thanks again for your assistance, Detective Parker.
Detective? What the hell is Kid doing here?
Nothing criminal, I assure you. I was just getting a mind map of Mr. Tannen for our exhibition at the Expo. The authorities wouldn't allow Edna and I to stage a demonstration of the mental alignment meter with a violent felon, but this little baby is just as good. Okay, let's see now what's next. Check the stew, sort the maps. Ooh, I almost forgot that.
Edna really is cracking the whip, isn't she?
Well, yes, but she's got my best interests at heart. Without her, I can get so distracted. Did she send you down here to check up on me?
Yeah, she wanted to come herself, but...
She's busy too, I know. Well, you're a poor substitute for Edna's lovely features, but make yourself at home.
Thanks.
No thanks are necessary. Without you, I'd never be where I am now. In love with the woman of my dreams. And a mere 6 hours from my first public triumph as a scientist. Wait a minute. 6 hours? Jumping Jehoshaphat, I'm running out of time!
I Don't Care by Trixie Trotter?
Edna doesn't approve of that sort of music, but I find it very soothing. Oh. No, don't turn it off. This is my favorite part.
Hey, Emmett, got a sec?
Why, yes. In fact, I've got several.
I can't believe you invented all this in 2 months.
Well, like I said, there's not really a whole lot of inventing going on here. I just dressed up a $5 potentiometer with a lot of bells and whistles.
But...
don't get me wrong, it does a remarkable job of telling whether a subject is currently liking or disliking what they're experiencing. But all the extra stuff about sorting out criminals from model citizens is mostly a bunch of hooey at this point.
Busy. Why don't we talk later?
Sure thing.
Hey, Emmett, I've got to go out for a while.
I thought Edna sent you to make sure I wasn't getting distracted.
Well, you'll be fine. How's it hanging, Emmett?
No time for small talk. I've got machines to tune and mind maps to sort.
Emmett?
Yeah?
I can't believe you invented all this in 2 months.
Well, like I said, there's not really a whole lot of inventing going on here. I just dressed up a $5 potentiometer with a lot of bells and whistles.
But...
don't get me wrong, it does a remarkable job of telling whether a subject is currently liking or disliking what they're experiencing. But all the extra stuff about sorting out criminals from model citizens is mostly a bunch of hooey at this point.
Is all this new stuff what you're showing off at the expo?
Yes, it's our mental alignment meter.
Mental alignment meter? I thought you were working on some sort of rocket car.
Oh, the rocket propulsion system was far too unreliable, as that incident with Einstein proved. By the way, whatever happened to Einstein?
I wish I knew.
Anyway, I started tinkering with an alternate method of propulsion, but that was before things started heating up with Edna. Our conversations about the possibilities of applying technology to social ills pushed my research in a whole new direction.
I thought you were working on some sort of rocket car.
Oh, the rocket propulsion system was far too unreliable, as that incident with Einstein proved. By the way, whatever happened to Einstein?
I wish I knew.
Anyway, I started tinkering with an alternate method of propulsion, but that was before things started heating up with Edna. Our conversations about the possibilities of applying technology to social ills pushed my research in a whole new direction.
What's a mental alignment meter?
It's the most revolutionary piece of technology since the cotton gin.
What does it do?
It reads and interprets the subconscious desires of the human mind.
Why would you want to probe people's minds?
Why wouldn't you? Imagine being able to diagnose mental disorders with a flick of a switch, or detect the truthfulness of courtroom testimony merely by connecting a witness to a small portable device.
Your machine does all that?
Not yet. Frankly, right now the whole thing's just a gussied-up potentiometer. But with years of refinements and a whole lot of investors, the MAM will be able to identify countless psychosis and neurosis, alcoholism, acrophobia, Oedipal complexes.
And?
And then we can set about curing them, of course.
Of course. How does the mental alignment thing work?
Here, I'll show you.
Hey!
The test subject wears this mind-mapping helmet, which probes the brain by measuring fluctuations in skin conductance and electrical resistance on the surface of the parietal lobe.
Uh-huh.
When I turn on the mind-mapping helmet with this radio switch, the subject is exposed to a series of visual stimuli, intended to provoke a series of positive or negative responses, as indicated by these lights on the helmet.
Hey, is that?
As the responses are recorded, they're relayed to this special typewriter, which prints out a punch card that represents the subject's mind map.
All I see is a bunch of holes.
Well, to you, maybe. But to our mental alignment meter, this mind map is nothing less than a peek into your subconscious. Observe as I place your mind map into the MAM.
Layabout? Is that machine calling me a slacker?
No, your own physiological responses did.
Anyway. You get back to work. We'll catch up later.
Thanks. Oh.
Alright, so now we've talked to young Emmett about his invention, his record player.
The mind of a degenerate criminal.
This kid Tannen's mind map, as captured by our mind map helmet.
You could tell he's a criminal just by looking at this?
No, but when it's fed into the mental alignment meter...
Weird.
Weird nothing. It's science.
Nothing happened.
Well, that button advances the slides during the mind mapping test. It only works while the test is running.
How goes the bacteria farm?
Not so hot. The bacteria have kind of gotten out of control. I had to put a clamp on the nitrogen tube to keep the stench from flooding the lab.
What's this?
The mind map cards from the dozens of subjects I've tested during the last few weeks. I've got to get them sorted before the expo begins.
Why?
Edna's got this grand scheme to catalog all of Hill Valley citizens by their mental alignment. Isn't that cute?
Not really. So this machine takes those little cards and tells you whether or not someone's a good guy or bad guy?
Kind of. Actually, the helmet does all the work. The mental alignment meter is just a glorified arcade machine.
So why not just go with the cards?
Edna says that people respond well to flashing lights and snap judgments. I can't argue with that. Every time I kiss her, I see flashing lights and lose all sense of judgment.
No kidding. Phew.
Ugh. Did the clamp fall off again?
Yeah.
Put it back on. Oh, I don't even know why I keep that bacteria tank around. Every time the clamp falls off the nitrogen tube, it takes a couple of minutes before I can get the stench out of the air. Whew.
Mind if I...
Go ahead. Ah, that'd be Mr. Needleman's card. I'll just put this in the stack with the other hooligans.
So when it's turned on, that helmet can really read your mind?
Not really. It's actually a little more than a simple Wheatstone bridge, measuring galvanic skin responses to various sensory stimuli.
Like those pictures you showed me?
Precisely. The theory is that good citizens will have positive reactions to positive figures, while bad citizens will have positive reactions to negative figures, and so on.
And it really works?
So far.
Alright, we've checked young Emmett's, all of his invention. There's nobody else to look at. I'm going to go ahead and return after
What's
that.
this typewriter do again?
During a mental alignment test, it takes messages from the mind map helmet and turns them into punch cards, like the one for Mr. Tannen over there.
Seems complicated.
Actually, it was all rather easy to put together, once Edna gave me the idea.
Sounds to me like you should be working on harder problems then.
What? Sorry, I've got to get back to work.
Hey, Emmett, what's cooking?
That's an old Brown family recipe for Hassenpfeffer.
Hassenpfeffer?
Rabbit stew. The trick is to add the cumin an hour after the carrots. Take a whiff. Isn't that just about the best thing you've ever smelled in your life?
It's, powerful, yeah.
I've got it on a slow boil for later.
Alright. Pretty much all the devices in this place.
That smells good.
Till I get back to Old Emmett as soon as possible.
What's this?
It's the placard we'll be putting in front of our booth at the expo.
The scientist that caught Kid Tannen?
A small exaggeration, but Edna says it'll attract investors. What do you think of the picture?
You look a little... constipated.
What? Edna said I looked intense.
Yeah,
A
intensely
message
focused
from
on taking...
Quantum
I get the picture.
213. July Radio
I'll
213.
have to find a better one. Unfortunately, there's a lot to choose from.
Heavy.
Extremely. Mother has been rather obsessive about photographically cataloging my life. I'd be careful of that if I were you.
Why?
213 is obviously the rap group from Snoop Dogg, Nate Dogg, and Warren G.
Wow! Sends out an electric shock.
Speaking of which, Snoop Dogg, if you can put the 213 rap album back on streaming, that'd be awesome.
Hey, could we watch Frankenstein on this?
Sorry, Harry, but I need this projector to trigger positive and negative visual stimuli for my mental alignment tests. Besides, a movie like Frankenstein should really be watched on a big screen, don't you think?
Emmett?
Yeah?
What do you say we take a break for a couple of hours and go see a movie?
A couple of hours?
Actually, it may be more like 70 minutes.
I haven't got a couple of hours. I still got all these mind maps to sort, and the MAM's wiring is still giving me fits, and...
I get it, you're busy. How are things between you and your father? I'm kind of surprised he hasn't torn down your lab yet.
He's still angry with me and threatening to cut me out of his will, but I'm hoping that the civic potential of my mental alignment meter will win him over.
You sure you don't want to take in a movie? I think you'll like it.
Strange as it may sound, I've got more pressing things to think about than going out to movies.
Okay. You get back to work. We'll catch up later.
Thanks.
If I'm gonna take Emmett's mind map, I better replace it with another one. According to Emmett, this thing prints out mind maps. According to Emmett, this thing prints out mind maps. This thing reads Emmett's mind maps. This thing reads Emmett's mind maps. Looks like you got a lot of hooligans.
About 90% of Hill Valley thus far. It's a little disturbing.
We got a trophy. Edna was right.
According to Emmett, this thing prints out mind maps.
Ah, that's the stuff.
Emmett?
Yeah? Hey, how'd my mind map test get activated?
You get back to work. We'll catch up later.
Thanks.
This button only works while the mind map test is active. This button only works while the mind map test is active.
Oh. Oh.
What's this?
That's a can of used motor oil, rocket fuel waste, and assorted chemical sludge left over from my abandoned rocket car.
Gross.
Accounting doesn't enter into it, but it is disgusting. Would you mind disposing of it on your way out?
Sure. According to Emmett, this thing prints out mind maps. Looks like you got a lot of hooligans.
Yeah, about 90% of Hill Valley thus far. It's a little disturbing. Whoa!
Edna likes Emmett when he's cleaned up. I wonder if she'll like him in his usual sloppy state. Hey, Emmett, I've got an idea.
What?
Why don't I take your photo album over to Edna so she can pick out your new picture?
That's a great idea. She's got a better eye for these things than I do anyway. Thanks, pal.
Don't mention it. Hey, Emmett, I've got a... Whoa! Whoops.
What the heck?
Oh, jeez, I'm sorry. Your suit's ruined. Edna's gonna be royally PO'd.
Wrong.
What?
When Edna gave me this suit, I realized that the probability of me keeping it clean was infinitesimally remote, so I spent a few hours whipping up this.
Whoa! What was that?
A chemical compound capable of wiping the grime off any surface.
Emmett, you'll make a fortune.
Not anytime soon, I'm afraid. Due to an inherent instability in its molecular makeup, after 12 hours, the cleanser's component chemicals break down into a series of cloth-shredding enzymes, rendering it unsuitable for commercial use.
Wait a minute. Does that mean your suit's gonna dissolve in 12 hours?
Hey, gods, no. The solution dissipates into the air after it's applied. But it does mean that after this batch of cleanser ages another 11 hours and 53 minutes, it would eat away this suit faster than 1,000 starving moths. And that would be a crisis of unimaginable proportions.
Why?
Because this suit belongs to Edna's grandfather, who wore it on his wedding day. Poor guy was gunned down just a few years later.
Emmett?
Well, enough wool gathering. Back to work.
I don't want to get that covered in any messy oil. That cleanser doesn't seem very portable.
It isn't, but this is.
A perfume bottle?
Yes. No. I mean, yes, it's a perfume bottle, but inside is a concentrated dose of my all-purpose cleanser. With a little luck, this should last me through the next 12 hours before its component chemicals break down into a series of cloth-destroying enzymes.
Clever.
Shout out to all the fans who are loving the hashtag Geeks for Geeks. If you're a Geeks for Geeks hashtag who is a geek, please be sure to comment in the YouTube channel right now.
What the hell is that?
Send a tweet or a blue sky or an Instagram post on
Sorry,
DM.
I thought I saw a
online.
tarantula.
As always, if you're a developer, you can communicate via the game to get my attention.
That doesn't need cleaning. That doesn't need cleaning. That doesn't need cleaning. What?
I was just thinking about the future. All that talk about Edna's grandfather made me realize something.
Please let it be something about lightning.
Life can be short, sometimes brutally so. So why not seize the day and grab your happiness while you can?
I'm not sure I like where this is going.
I was saving this for next Valentine's Day, but why should I? I know what I want.
Emmett, no.
I'm gonna ask Edna to marry me. Right now.
No!
Oh, right. I'll wait until tonight at the expo. It'll be much more romantic that way. Just think. By this time tomorrow, Edna and I will be engaged and will be the toast of the scientific community. And I owe it all to you.
You're welcome. Hey, Artie.
Hey, Mr. G-Man. How's the, undercover operation?
If everything goes as planned, we should be wrapping things up real soon now.
Well, when it's time for me to play my part, just say the word.
Keep doing what you're doing, Grandpa.
Grandpa?
That's our, code name for you.
Oh, ha! Funny.
Alright, we're gonna go back to the original spot. A lot of my fans have been waiting for me to do the voice, so I'll go ahead and do the voice next time on Dragon Ball Z. We'll be sure to play some more Dragon Ball Z later, I promise.
Emmett.
Harry.
What?
I'm at my wit's end. My portable anti-stick, anti-stain formula's disappeared.
Can't you make more?
There's no time.
Don't worry, I'm sure it'll turn up soon.
Good. There's no way in God's green earth that I'm heading to that expo without it.
Tannen's mind map. If Emmett's map looked like this, I bet Edna wouldn't think he's such a model citizen.
Once the expo's over, I'll need to upgrade the mental alignment test to account.
Looks like you got a lot of hooligans.
About 90% of Hill Valley thus far. It's a little disturbing.
This thing reads Emmett's mind maps. This thing reads Emmett's mind maps. Hey there, you stinky little bacteria. When this is all over, I better make sure to get Emmett's photo album back to him.
Don't touch that!
I'd swap Tannen's card with Emmett's, but it's got Tannen's name on it. I'll just have to generate a new mind map for Emmett. According to Emmett, this thing prints out mind maps.
There was a button here and it's missing.
How can I get Emmett to have reactions that are the opposite of those expected of a model citizen? This thing reads Emmett's mind maps.
Now, as you can see, what I'm doing here is just to show you how annoying this can be and what I'm dealing with. So, unfortunately, guys, we're gonna have to pause here because I just made about a 265th video, so I really want to celebrate with some Call of Duty Modern Warfare Modern Warfare 3. So let me go ahead and pause the video here, and we'll have to try this again some other time. A lot of people are waiting for me to play some Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. So let's go ahead and do that right now. So thank you guys for watching, and until next time, please like, subscribe to the YouTube channel. We'll look at a walkthrough and we'll figure it out. We'll figure out the walkthrough. We'll look at it again. We'll figure it out. Don't worry. As always, big shout out to the Parkinson's Foundation. The cure is possible. Nanomachines can do it. Talk to some researchers. Talk to some hospitals. They'll show you a presentation. It's very cool stuff. Obviously, technology is 5-10 years in the future, but if it was available today, you would be cured. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.